Lagos Talks
91.3.
News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has departed for Washington on Sunday to join other African leaders at the United States Africa Leaders Summit. According to a statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, the high-level meeting, which holds December 13 till the 15th of December, is at the instance of the United States President Joe Biden, who looks forward to working with African governments, civil society, diaspora communities across the United States, and the private sector to continue to strengthen its shared vision for the future of U.S.-Africa relations. The presidential candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party, the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has criticized some of the social investment programs of the administration of incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari, including the Trader Money and Market Money and Trader Money Government Enterprises and Empowerment Program, the GEEP initiatives launched in 2017 and 2018 respectively, were created to boost the country's economy through leverage and access to finance for petty traders. Speaking at the People's Town Hall, a live event of Channels TV at the weekend, Atiku Abubakar had derided the current administration's approach to offering support to entrepreneurs at the grassroots. Appearing alongside his running mate, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, Atiku further disclosed some of their plans to solve the country's major challenges if elected in 2023, including the adoption of the United Arab Emirates security model, abolition of multiple foreign exchange rates, ending the subsidy regime on petroleum products, payment of backlog owed to the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU, privatization of national assets, amongst others. The All Progressives Congress, the ruling APC Campaign Council, on Sunday warned Nigerians not to fall for the sugar-coated promises of the presidential candidate of the opposition PDP, Atiku Abubakar. The ruling party PCC also accused the former vice president of launching a desperate bid to clinch power at all costs. This was disclosed in a statement issued in Abuja by the Director of Media and Publicity for the APC-PCC, Bayo Onanuga. Onanuga had mocked that a party that should be eternally shameful about its appalling record in governance between 1999 and 2015 is busy attempting to rewrite history. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has reassured Nigerians that his government would be fair and just when elected. Tinubu, who spoke partly in Yoruba language, gave the pledge at a town hall meeting held with Muslim leaders from Southwest in Ibadan, Osun State capital, yesterday. According to a statement signed by his media officer Tunde Rahman, the gathering was in continuation of his engagements with religious groups and leaders in the country to explain his plans to retool the economy for the benefit of all Nigerians. The Benue State Governor, Samuel Ortom, on Sunday received his counterpart from Sokoto State, Aminu Tambuwal, with the aim to resolve the internal crisis rocking the party. Tambuwal is the Director General of the Campaign Committee of the party's presidential candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Governor Ortom, one of the G5 governors known as the Integrity Group, insisted that the leadership of the party had failed, while stating that the meeting yesterday was at the instance of his Sokoto counterpart. Ortom said arrogance of the party leadership had aggravated the crisis in the PDP. The leadership of the Presidential Campaign Organization of the PDP has also approved the appointment of the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, as a member of the Campaign Council. Adeleke was appointed as the chairman of the Southwest Coordinating Committee of the Campaign Council, according to a notice signed by the Director General of the PDP PCO, Governor Aminu Tambuwal. Other key PDP members were also appointed to head strategic campaign offices to steer the Atiku Abubakar presidential bid. Senator Dino Melaye was also appointed Director of Public Affairs. Away from politics, the University of Jos community has been thrown into tension following the killing of a 400-level student in the Department of English by suspected assassins. The victim, identified as Ruth Yakadi from the Anaguta tribe in Plateau State, was said to have been killed after being raped by her assailants. Spokesperson of the Plateau State Police Command, Alfred Alabo, who has confirmed the incident, had added that investigations have since commenced. The video of her killing had also gone viral at the weekend. Osun Mudashiru, co-founder, deputy managing director of Vetiva, one of Nigeria's leading capital management firms, has died following a freak accident on Gerrard Road in the upscale neighborhood of Ikoyi, Lagos, Sunday morning. The charismatic and lively businessman and investment banker was out cycling with two other professional cyclists when a drunk driver had rammed into their cycles and sped off, leaving them with very serious injuries. Mudashiru and the other two cyclists, who have not been identified as the time of press, were rushed to the nearest hospital on Borderland Road, Ikoyi, where he eventually died from injuries to the head, according to sources. The condition of the two others still remains sketchy at the time of press. Osun Mudashiru, who trained as a medical doctor, was the son of former Lagos State Military Administrator, late Air Commodore Bola Mudashiru. He was in his early 50s. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has disbanded the Landed Properties Special Operations Team with immediate effect. This was announced in a statement by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Omotosho, at the weekend. In a statement, Omotosho said the Lagos State government had been flooded with complaints over the untidy activities of the Landed Properties Special Operations Team under the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LAPSCA, which is under the Ministry of Physical Planning. According to the Commissioner, after a careful examination of the complaints from well-meaning Lagosians, the Governor had directed that a team led by Engineer Peter Omotosho be disbanded immediately. Also at the weekend, Nigeria's former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, and the leader of the Pan-Yoruba group Afenifere Pa Ayo Adebanjo yesterday paid a visit to the Ohaneze headquarters in Enugu State. During their visit, Adebanjo, Obasanjo and Obi had signed the condolence register for the late Mab Zulike Amechi, who was Nigeria's first aviation minister, had died at the age of 93 on the 1st of November. Reports said the entourage were also in the state for the birthday colloquium of former President General of Ohaneze, John Nwodo. Checking out the biggest stories this Monday morning, look at the international scene. The bodies of 27 people believed to be migrants from Ethiopia have been dumped by the roadside in Ngwerere area north of Zambia's capital Lusaka. A police spokesperson on Sunday said they likely suffocated to death while in transit. He said one survivor, found gasping for air, had been rushed to a local hospital. Zambia is a transit point for migrants, mostly from the Horn of Africa, who want to reach South Africa. He said police believe the migrants are Ethiopian nationals based on the identity documents found on them. Also, a Libyan man accused of making the bomb which destroyed Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie 34 years ago is in United States custody, authorities have confirmed. The U.S. announced charges against Abu Aguila Masood 2 years ago, alleging he had played a key role in the bombing on the 21st of December 1988. The blast on board the Boeing 747 had left 270 people dead. It is the deadliest terrorist incident to have taken place on British soil. All 259 passengers and crew on board the jumbo jet bound to New York from London died, while another 11 were killed in Lockerbie when wreckage destroyed their homes. In business news, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved immediate disbursement of the Cabotage Vessel Financing Fund, the CVFF, to qualified Nigerians as part of the federal government's commitment to growing indigenous capacity of Nigerians to own vessels. Minister of Transportation, Engineer Muazu Jaji Sambo who made this known, said a presidential approval received by his ministry on Friday confirmed Union, Zenith, Polaris, UBA and Jais Banks as the appointed primary lending institutions for the disbursement of the funds. Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, in a statement issued on Sunday by Osagi Edward, Assistant Director Public Relations of the agency, said the funds available for disbursement was slightly over 16 billion naira and $350 million. And lastly, sports. Morocco became the first African nation to reach a World Cup semi-final and ended the hopes of Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal at the weekend. Striker Youssef En-Nesyri scored the winning goal in the first half, leaping highest to beat goalkeeper Diogo Costa to the ball and heading in to spark pandemonium at Al Tumama Stadium in Qatar. Ronaldo came off the bench in the 50th minute to equal the men's all-time appearance record of 196 in international matches, but could not drag his side back into the contest. Morocco, who will face France, in the last four, has defied expectations in this tournament, previously beaten Belgium and Spain.
Lagos Talks
91.3